The Black Heritage Gallery at Central School is opening a reception tonight for a group exhibit featuring nearly a dozen artists from all across the country. There's going to be a lot to see and a lot to talk about, and we've got one of the featured artists, Mr. Salongo Lee, here to talk to us about it today. You are a photographer, but your background is actually in photojournalism.
Photojournalism, commercial photography, and transitioned into fine art about 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Became a mixed media artist, creating installations and photography, and I'm also studying pottery.
You've brought some of those pieces along with you, and I was looking at some of your work online as well. A lot of it is straight photography, but some of it almost seems to be assemblage. It's assembled pieces.
I mix photography and mixed media. I shoot film, hand paint it, and then bring it into Photoshop and outprint it on canvas, so it looks like a painting. But it can be assembled from 4 or 5 different film negatives that have been assembled in the computer.
It's almost something that's not heard of anymore, somebody who is working with film, and you put such a layered process to everything. And speaking of layered processes and layered imagery, you explore a lot of touchy, controversial, and timely material in your work.
My main stuff is social political commentary on what's going on in the world and the community. I recently did a piece that was exhibited in California that was vandalized at the opening. This, If Black Lives Matter. Somebody was very upset and came in and tried to rip the piece off the wall, and we still exhibited it.
With the rip?
With the rip, the whole. But sometimes art touches people's nerves. If it doesn't affect you in some way, then I haven't done my job. You like it, you hate it, but you're not going to be indifferent. And when you do that, then you've done your job as an artist.
Now, a lot of people can just go and take pretty pictures of pretty things, especially living in the south of the country where we have so much beautiful imagery and wildlife. But when you're making a social commentary, it can elicit a lot of strong responses.
Well, I'm actually a California artist. I moved here to Mississippi in 2007 to work on a book. But before then, I did a lot of social political exhibitions in California and ran several galleries, my own gallery, and have done these, what I call the flag series, which deals with whatever's going on politically. The piece Wake Up has taken a lot of changes over the years, and it's about waking people up.
So you actually continue to work on these pieces over time, so it's not one static image.
Technology has changed since I was doing film, and things come along that you see where I can take this and do something different with it, or finally get the vision I saw, but the technology didn't exist. And I'm primarily a digital photographer, but I still work with large format film. I have an antique camera I shoot with.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I actually collect antique cameras, so it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to the exhibit. For folks who haven't been before, what can they expect this evening?
Work from 9 different artists from California, New York, Atlanta, young, old, everything from stained glass to abstract paintings. Randall Henry, who's a professor of art at Southern University. Frank Jackson from California. George Larkins, who's a professor of video in New York City. Ron Witherspoon from Atlanta, who's a photographer and fine art photographer.
So we're going to be able to see a lot of artwork from all across the country. Of course, that is opening tonight, free to the public, from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Black Heritage Gallery, located on the 2nd floor of Central School. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing your work with us. Looking forward to the exhibit.